Hi, this is John from The Ring Lord. We're going to be doing a few things today, starting with Persian 3-in-1 and learning how to start Persian 3-in-1. Now, starting Persian 3-in-1 is sort of a little bit of a different skill level than continuing a piece of Persian 3-in-1. It starts off easily enough with just one ring through a second ring, and then it's handy to have a few closed rings standing by. The ring size that we're using here is 16 gauge 1/4 inch. That's an excellent aspect ratio for Persian 3-in-1. Other good ring sizes: 18 gauge 3/16, 20 gauge 1/8. Okay, so for this part, it is critical to hold the weave, the little piece of weave that you have between two fingers, and not drop it. You'll be going through one side, like through the first ring, and twist the ring around and go through the previous ring like so. And try carefully close the ring without dropping everything. And then again, you're taking one closed ring on an open ring, going through the first ring with the leading edge, and then back through the ring before it with the other edge. And now we're starting to get a little piece of it, and it sort of becomes a little bit easy. But now you can see there's a ring that's sort of hanging there free. You're going through that, twisting, and going through the ring that was behind it with the other edge. And once you get going on this weave, it can be incredibly fast to make you can get a bracelet done in 10 minutes using this weave. And because you're always using the one closed ring on one open ring, your closed ring can be rubber or some other solid ring. And this is a great weave to use with the rubber rings for making stretchy, claspless bracelets or even necklaces. Now you'll note that I do need to have the weave sort of opening towards me for the sort of like facing me this direction. If I flip the weave around, say this direction, and do the sort of the exact same thing, it's not going to work at all. This will give me I guess this is one of the more common mistakes you can make is basically working at on the wrong side of the weave. So it's basically it has sort of a wider end and a narrower end. Like it makes sort of like a W shape. You want like the W open towards you. Through that first ring and back through the ring that's basically in the same orientation. But you can see that both rings that you're going through are the rings that are sort of going at the same angle on the same leg of the W shape. Now, as soon as we have a long enough piece here, we'll move to the next part of the lesson, which is attaching European 4-in-1 to Persian 3-in-1. Now we can also just when we started the weave just with the one ring through another ring, those first two rings that we added were not actually in the Persian 3-in-1 weave. So if you just take out the last ring, you can take it out and move it into the weave. Now, while 16 gauge quarter inch like this is perfect for making a Persian 3-in-1 bracelet or chain of any sort, typically you would go with a one size larger when attaching it to a piece of European 4-in-1, but there's nothing wrong with this size. So basically, if you just look at the edge is, if you ignore this the second row of rings, the edge looks pretty similar to the edge of a sheet of European 4-in-1, and we're just using that similarity to connect the two weaves. And the reason you'd want to connect European 4-in-1 with Persian 3-in-1 is, well, I guess there's a couple of possible reasons. First of all, it can give you an edge, like for example in a bra top, or perhaps a purse, that type of thing. It can give you sort of a more rigid edge. For better or for worse, it has the effect of it gathers the Oriental 4-in-1, just because like the rings are stacked together a little bit closer in Persian 3-in-1 than they are in Oriental 4-in-1, and this basically means that at the connecting point it will gather the European 4-in-1. Another reason for using this weave is it turns beautiful, nice 90-degree corners. If I attach European 4-in-1 to both sides, then I get a perfect 90-degree corner. But that's probably looking sort of familiar as one row of European 4-in-1. And at this point I'll start speed weaving. I could have speed woven in that first row, but I usually just do one row of adding one ring at a time, and then start speed weaving. So of course in the speed weaving I'm assuming that we're not doing a lesson here on European 4-in-1.